Have you ever been talking to someone and you could just tell that they're lying? I feel like it's usually pretty obvious when someone isn't telling you the truth. It's just something about their energy that seems off. Then you get those telltale signs that basically confirm they're lying to you. They can't make eye contact with you, they start getting all fidgety, they get really vague with their answers don't make any sense, or one of my personal favorites is when they start saying shit like, I swear to God, man! I swear to God! For real! That's on God, bro! And I'm just like, when was the last time you went to church, dude? Because to be honest, I don't think you give a fuck about God. So when you swear to God, it kinda holds no weight. Like, if you're gonna swear on something you care about. Like your mother. If you swear on your mother's grave, then I'll believe you. But yeah, I think it's pretty much pointless to lie because, as I was saying, it always is so damn obvious, and also because eventually when the truth comes out, you're just gonna look like a complete asshole. And even if the truth doesn't come out, you will have to spend so much energy trying to keep it hidden, so you might as well just be honest. Now, just because I think that lying is pointless does not mean I don't do it, okay? I lie all the fucking time. Everybody does. If someone tells you that they never lie, they are literally lying to you. But recently, I've been trying to cut back on the amount of lies I tell because, like I said, it is pointless. Lying gets you nowhere in life. It will always come back to bite you in the ass one way or another. The first time I realized how stupid it is to lie was back in the 6th grade. One of the big things that goes on during 6th grade is every little boy is starting to watch porn and jack off. And there's sort of a mystique to it. Because some people have done it and some people haven't. And there's a big difference between the two because the kids who have never done it before are seen as these innocent little babies, whereas the kids who have done it are seen as these mature fucking grown ass men. I don't really know how else to describe it. It's just, if you jack off in the 6th grade, you're cool. It's far different from when you turn 20, and if you jack off, you're basically a fucking loser. But yeah, I was actually a very late bloomer to jacking off. So back in the 6th grade, I was one of the kids who had never done it before. But all my friends were doing it and they loved to talk about it all the time. So because I wanted to fit in and be cool, I decided one day to tell my friends that I finally did it. I finally went and beat my meat. And right off the bat, they knew I was lying. All they had to do was ask me a few basic questions that anybody who's jacked off before would know the answer to and listen to my stupid ass responses. I remember I couldn't even tell them what my cum looked like. I mean, it was just so obvious that I had never jacked off before. But for some reason, I still tried to stick with a lie and play it off like I really did do it. Then one day in class, the teacher stopped teaching with like 10 minutes left and let us chill for a bit. And my friends started talking shit saying, haha, Brian doesn't jack off, what a little bitch. So I said, shut up guys, I do jack off. I do. Matter of fact, you know how much I love watching porn? I say we should watch some right fucking now. So, of course, my friends, being a bunch of horny little 11-year-olds, were like, bet, yo, sounds like a plan. So the three of us sat there in the back of this classroom, huddled together, watching porn on my friend's phone like a bunch of fucking weirdos. Now, these two guys were seasoned vets in watching porn. But keep in mind that for me, this was my first time watching it. And boy, did they throw me into the deep end. This was no romantic one-on-one shit, no. This was an 8-man, massive cock, super rough gangbang. There was double, triple, even quadruple penetration. They were spitting into her pussy, spitting into her mouth, like it was hardcore. And I remember I was a little bit horrified, but at the same time kind of enjoying it. We all were. Like we really were just sitting in the back of this class, just completely enthralled in this video. Then as the video was wrapping up, there was a huge cum shot onto this girl's face. And at the time, I didn't really know what cum was. Like, I had heard about it before, but I didn't understand what it meant, and as I said before, I didn't know what it looked like. So to get some clarification about this strange liquid on this girl's face, I decided to ask probably the stupidest question I've ever asked in my life. I really did turn to my friends and ask, is that sweat on her face? And I have no idea why, but for some reason I decided to say that at the top of my lungs. So everyone in the class heard me and proceeded to turn around and stare at me, while my two friends were dying of laughter, straight up just falling out of their chairs, saying, no you fucking idiot, that is not sweat. And man, was it embarrassing. I learned many lessons that day. First off, I learned that you should be more low-key when watching porn in the middle of class. I also learned what cum is. But the most important lesson I learned is that it's always best to just be honest, because you won't gain a single thing from lying. No amount of lying will ever change reality. Even if you're the best liar on the planet and can convince people that the sky is red, that doesn't change the fact that the sky is fucking blue. So when you lie about yourself and put on a front to seem cool or try to hide your past mistakes, all you're doing is creating an imaginary version of yourself that seems awesome, while the real version of yourself still fucking sucks. And what does that do for you? Absolutely nothing. So what's the fucking point? Also, if you're always telling lies, you're gonna stress yourself out. Because in order to keep a lie going, you need to constantly be paying serious attention to detail about the things you say so that you don't contradict yourself. And lies have a tendency to spiral out of control really quickly. So you're going to end up spending a lot of energy trying to maintain that lie. But if you decide to always be honest, you won't have to spend any energy thinking about what you're going to say. Instead, you'll be able to just naturally be yourself. So yeah, it definitely is important to always be honest when talking to other people. But the most important person for you to be honest with is actually yourself. That's right. It sounds kind of strange to say, but a lot of us are not honest with ourselves. Deep down we know the truth, but we tell ourselves lies because the lies make us feel better. Sometimes the truth hurts. Maybe you're an addict. Maybe you have mental problems. Maybe you're fat. Maybe you're a lazy sack of shit. No matter what you have wrong with you, it can be hard to admit it. So what most people do is they tell themselves that they don't have anything wrong with them. But once again, no amount of lying will ever change reality. Just because you say you don't have any problems does not mean that your problems will magically go away. In David Goggins' book Can't Hurt Me, he talks about having accountability for yourself. And he says that if you want to improve yourself, you need to be raw as fuck. You gotta tell yourself the hard truth. So if you're addicted to something, don't just say that you need to tone it down a little. Say that you're a fucking addict. And if you're fat, don't just say that you need to lose a couple pounds. Say that you're fucking fat. Be brutally honest and call yourself out, because that's the only way you'll be able to make a change. It's okay to have some things that are wrong with you. There's no shame in it. We all got our own issues. What's not okay though is to act like you don't have anything wrong with you. Because if you do this, you will never fix any of the problems that you have. You will just stay the same for the rest of your life. Admitting that you have a problem is the first step to fixing that problem. But a lot of people are scared to take that first step because, like I said, the truth hurts. People don't like admitting that they have flaws. For example, a lot of people, and especially a lot of men, are afraid to admit they're depressed, mainly because there's this stigma behind depression that if you suffer from it, that means you're weak. Take, for example, this clip of Skip Bayless talking about how Dak Prescott went public with his battle with depression.
But you're commanding a lot of young men and some older men, and they're all looking to you to be their CEO, to be in charge of the football team. Because of all that, I don't have sympathy for him going public with, I got depressed. I suffered depression early in COVID to the point that I couldn't even go work out. Look, he's the quarterback of America's team. And you know and I know, this sport that you play, it is dog eat dog. It is no compassion, no quarter given on the football field. If you reveal publicly any little weakness, it can affect your team's ability to believe in you in the toughest spots.
Now, all due respect to Skip Bayless, because he is a lot more successful than I am, but he is a fucking idiot. And usually I'm cool with him because the stupid shit he says is typically pretty harmless, like when he says that Tebow's the GOAT or LeBron is trash. You know, it's just some goofy shit. But what he said in this clip is not cool. He's perpetuating an environment where people are afraid to be open about their depression and therefore don't get the help that they need. And look, I get that Dak is the quarterback of America's team. Although, America's team? Are you Cowboys fans really still saying that shit? Because I actually did a little bit of research and found out that in the past 25 years, the Jets have more playoff wins than the Cowboys. The fucking Jets. So give this whole America's team thing a fucking rest. But yeah, just because Dak is the quarterback of America's team, does that mean he's not allowed to have feelings? Like, the reason why he was depressed was because his brother had committed suicide. I mean, that is some heavy shit right there. Who in their right mind wouldn't be depressed by that? I can promise you that none of his teammates are thinking, oh, Dak was depressed because his brother committed suicide? What a little bitch! How is this guy supposed to lead us in the fourth quarter? Like, no. His teammates are probably supportive as fuck. So I really have no idea why Skip said this shit, but it truly may have been the stupidest thing he's ever said. And that's saying something because this man earns his living saying stupid shit. Anyways, the point is, don't listen to people like Skip, okay? If you're suffering from depression, don't feel like you need to hide it. Because if you hide it, you're never gonna cure it. You can only take steps towards curing your depression after you've acknowledged that you have it. Basically what I'm saying is don't be ashamed of your flaws. You don't have to pretend like you're perfect, because nobody's perfect, no matter how much some people like to act as if they are. So whether you're talking to yourself or to other people, always be genuine and honest. Because as I've been saying all throughout this video, lying gets you nowhere. Anyways though, thank you all so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot, so I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I hope you all have an amazing day. Peace.